the porcupine, small yet formidable enough to make lions, leopards, and hyenas keep their distance. Its slow, gentle appearance is a mask, painting the picture of an easy target. But its back is a living fortress of hundreds of sharp quills, an armor that forces any predator to reconsider. Now, witness its most incredible moments, captured on camera. In the video, a leopard attempts to close in on a porcupine. Faced with a dense armor of quills, the porcupine immediately pivots, presenting a wall of sharp spines to the predator. The leopard circles relentlessly, trying to find a rare, unguarded opening to strike. But the porcupine allows no such opportunity. The prey moves constantly, forcing the leopard to repeatedly advance and then pull back with caution. Despite persistent attempts, it can find no safe angle for the takedown. Ultimately, the predator is forced to abandon the hunt, defeated by a target that seemed simple but proved impenetrable. A leopard makes a foolish move, closing in on a porcupine. The hunter paid an instant price, its body pierced by sharp quills. And yet, it would not yield, as if its drive to conquer was more powerful than the pain. A porcupine family forages in silence, but a leopard lies in wait. Its eyes lock onto the young one. The adult instantly moves to shield it, making the predator's approach a formidable challenge. With several sharp quills now embedded in its body, retreat is clearly the wiser choice for the leopard. A porcupine materializes before a hungry leopard, but hunger is one challenge. Closing the distance is another entirely. The porcupine's armor of quills turns any advance into a dangerous gamble. The predator avoids a direct assault, instead stalking its potential meal, probing for a less guarded angle as it shifts. Yet the prey exposes no weakness, and the leopard, outmaneuvered, finally abandons the hunt. Distracted by its meal, the porcupine lets its guard down. The leopard seizes the opening, closing in with silent, deliberate steps. The scene is perfectly set for a sudden ambush. But in the most dangerous moment, the porcupine senses its pursuer. Instantly, its entire body erupts into a shield of sharp quills. The leopard still presses the attack, aiming for the legs and less defended areas. But the advance is quickly thwarted. Ultimately, it is forced to back down before the situation turns even more against it. When it returned to its shelter, the honey badger immediately sensed that something was wrong. The burrow now carried the scent of an intruder. A porcupine had moved in and taken over, and with its thick coat of quills, it was clearly not a guest that could be driven out easily. Despite its tough skin and fearless nature, the honey badger still had to be cautious. It did not rush in right away, but instead kept watching and checking the entrances, looking for a way to force the intruder out. After a few hesitant attempts, the honey badger finally applied enough pressure to drive the porcupine out. It moved in, then paused, constantly calculating before making its next move. The porcupine rattled its quills as a warning, forcing the honey badger to change its angle of approach instead of charging in head-on. After a short but tense standoff, the honey badger finally managed to hold on to its shelter. Across the vast savanna, the lion reigns supreme, a hunter capable of overpowering prey many times its size. But this time, its opponent weighs just a few pounds and is far from an easy challenge. Small and slow, the porcupine's armor of quills transforms it into a walking trap. A single misjudged approach could have devastating consequences. Against an adversary like this, distance is a wiser strategy than closing the gap. The lion cubs are at their most curious age. Before them, a strange and puzzling creature. The porcupine is surrounded, outnumbered by the young predators. Yet it shows almost no sign of panic, because what it carries is not fur, but a defense so formidable, even lions keep their distance. As danger closes in, the porcupine instantly turns, keeping its quills aimed directly at the opposition. In the wild, composure can be a weapon more powerful than strength. Night falls. The hunt begins. The lions have found their mark. A lone porcupine, unaware. The pride moves in, a circle of shadows closing on their target. But even the veterans pause. They hold their ground, calculating the danger. In the end, they retreat. Days of hunger force the lion's hand. It sets its sights on a porcupine. A small prize, but an immense challenge. Despite its deep hunger, it hesitates to rush in. At the first sense of danger, the porcupine instantly turns, presenting a shield of sharp quills to its pursuer. This singular defense is incredibly effective. Even the lion must halt its attack and weave aside. The porcupine, a creature of the land, but this time it is the target of a predator lurking below the surface. Who is the culprit behind this bizarre confrontation? A turtle? A porcupine wanders into the very heart of hyena territory. The mother keeps a watchful eye. But after a long hunt, exhaustion claims her. She chooses rest over confronting the intruder. Her pups, however, are a world apart. They are consumed by curiosity. To them, this creature of spines is not familiar prey, but a strange question posed by the savanna itself. In the Congo, daytime temperatures can soar to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, forcing the porcupine to hunt under the cover of night. But the young hyenas are inexperienced. They have yet to understand the lethal power held in that armor of quills. And so, they remain unnervingly calm, even as they draw perilously close. With a success rate of nearly 80%, the African wild dog is one of the savanna's most effective hunters. But today, its opponent is a porcupine. Small, fast, and bristling with sharp quills. This chase, therefore, demands not only speed, but also extreme caution. With their senses on high alert, the wild dogs choose distance over danger, steering clear of the porcupine. For this pack, the potential prize is simply not worth the peril of the encounter. A bear, driven by a playful spirit, chose the wrong adversary. It closed in with relentless curiosity, treating the porcupine as part of a harmless game. But when faced with the sharp consequences, it learned a hard truth. In nature, some games carry a painful price. An adult bear looms, a figure of immense size and power. It closes in on the feeding porcupine, but this tiny target will not back down. Still foraging, it remains vigilant, poised to swing its spined armor towards the stranger. The porcupine had just secured its meal when the coyote appeared. But faced with such a well-defended quarry, it was unwilling to risk a confrontation. The predator stood at a distance, carefully weighing the potential reward against the certain price. And then, before the situation could escalate, it made a wise retreat. The porcupine keeps the fox on guard. The predator can only watch from a distance before departing, daring not to venture too close to the formidable array of quills. After what we've just seen, how dangerous is the porcupine on a scale of 1 to 10? Leave your number and your reason in the comments below. Let's see just how intimidating you think that armor of quills truly is. Thanks for watching to the end. If you found this thrilling, like, share, and subscribe to catch the next one.